market, at some point you're unwilling to tolerate this idea of a Trump put? Is there a threshold?
I think your question is so stupid. I think it's I don't want anything to go down. But sometimes you have to take medicine to fix something. And we have such a horrible, we have been treated so badly by other countries because we had stupid leadership that allowed this to happen. They took our businesses, they took our money, they took our...
Yeah, this is a reminder that his grievances are driving his tariff campaign. You heard those grievances over and over again. While Trump was speaking, the futures did improve slightly. We're talking about Dow being down 1,300 in the amount of improvement, but the overall picture is very, very dark. If these futures hold...
Last week, President Trump officially announced new tariffs, with a minimum of 10% applying to most countries, and even higher rates for 60 nations accused of unfair trade practices. This decision took partial effect last Saturday, and the remainder will go into effect this Wednesday. Immediately afterward, Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick spoke out strongly, asserting that this is a necessary step to end the trade cheating that other countries have been engaging in with the United States. He emphasized that there would be no delay in implementing these tariffs and that the president is completely serious about resetting global trade. However, a somewhat different message came from President Trump himself. He revealed that he had received numerous calls from business leaders and heads of state and indicated a willingness to negotiate with countries if they are willing to address their trade deficits with the United States. Meanwhile, an influential figure within the administration, Elon Musk, expressed hope for a zero-tariff situation between Europe and the United States. This suggests that there may still be room for negotiations and compromises in the future. In stark contrast to the somewhat softer signals from the president and the hope from Elon Musk, senior trade advisor Peter Navarro offered a completely different statement. He asserted strongly that this is not a negotiation, but a national emergency caused by the trade deficit. Navarro dismissed any possibility of simply lowering tariffs and demanded that countries immediately cease their currency manipulation and dumping of goods into the American market. The lack of a unified message within the administration became even more apparent through the statements of other officials. Agriculture Secretary Brooke Rollins appeared unsure about whether the tariffs would be maintained or if there would be a deal. She only emphasized that the president is the ultimate negotiator. Similarly, Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent stated that this is not an issue that can be resolved in a matter of days or weeks, implying a complex and prolonged process. Immediately, the market reacted negatively to this news. The Dow Jones recorded its largest consecutive loss since March 2020, during the initial outbreak of the COVID-19 pandemic. Futures contracts also indicated a challenging trading day ahead at the start of the week. However, administration officials quickly spoke out to offer reassurance. Peter Navarro urged investors to calm down and believes that President Trump's policies will bring about the biggest boom in the stock market we've ever seen. He advised people not to panic over negative media reports. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent also dismissed concerns about the risk of an economic recession, stating that the administration's goal is to build a solid economic foundation for the future. Despite this, these reassurances don't seem to be enough to convince experts. Analysts at Goldman Sachs issued a warning that the benefits from Trump's fiscal policy will not be able to offset the damage caused by the new tariffs. For her part, Agriculture Secretary Brooke Rollins disagreed with the description of a market collapse, stating that it is just a correction and expressing confidence in a quick recovery. Amidst the volatile market and people's concerns about the economic future, President Trump spent the entire four-day weekend playing golf at his resort in Florida. The White House even announced his victory in a golf tournament. This action drew sharp criticism from Democratic Senator Adam Schiff, who stated that this image will become symbolic of Trump's presidency, a president leisurely playing golf while people worry about their retirement savings. On the international front, Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick reported that over 50 countries have contacted the White House to discuss lowering tariffs. President Trump also confirmed this and stated that he has had many calls from world leaders. According to CNN, the Trump administration is actively discussing the possibility of separate trade deals with Israel, Vietnam, and India. Notably, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is scheduled to meet directly with President Trump for negotiations. So, we can see a complex and contradictory picture surrounding the Trump administration's new tariff policy. The conflicting messages from within, the negative market reaction, and the concerns from experts are creating an atmosphere of uncertainty. Will this truly be a necessary step to reset the economy, or will it lead to unforeseen and damaging consequences? We will have to wait and see how things unfold.